I am sure, like many salespeople, you've had the experience of meeting with a customer. You have a plan, and that plan is to engage this customer, to understand the business that they are running and the challenges that they could be facing, as a way of building rapport and also identifying any unmet needs. Now, unfortunately, this customer doesn't even greet you. She tells you that all she needs from you are 2 bales of flour, and she quickly turns to the next customer on the counter. You are caught off guard. You take the order and you move on to the next shop. What has happened here? This is a situation where you and your customer have conflicting expectations, a head-on collision of conflicting expectations. In order to avoid this kind of a scenario, it is critical that you take time to plan for your sales calls. When you plan for your sales calls, you maintain control of the interaction between you and your customer and between you and your prospect, and you're not left in a reactive mode. Remember, in sales, when you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. So what are some of the things you will need to think about as you prepare for your sales call? The first one are your objectives. What are your objectives for this sales call? What are you hoping to achieve by the end of this sales call? The other thing you may need to think about is what information do you currently have with regard to the customers that you're calling on. For example, what is their potential? What volume of goods are they currently buying? The other thing you may want to consider is, are there pending issues? For example, are there any unfulfilled orders that you have taken previously that have not been delivered? And what objections are going to arise as a result of these pending issues? And how are you going to respond to those objections? Finally, you may want to ask yourself, are there special products that I need to focus on in this sales call? For example, promotions or higher margin products that you have been asked to push by your manager or your supervisor. When you take the time to prepare for your sales calls, you will be better placed to avoid the kind of scenario that we talked about at the beginning of this video, where you're caught off guard by your customer and you're left in a reactive mode. When you take the time to prepare for your sales calls, you have better and more productive conversations with prospects and customers. You will also be able to anticipate questions and objections and respond to them effectively. Preparing for your sales calls enables you to make the most of every call and maximize on each and every opportunity. Remember, when you fail to plan in selling, you have planned to fail. Thank you and happy selling.